How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to the Master League here on PES 17 with Venezia. So we've wrapped up the month of December as we are just getting ready to simulate into the next match. And wanted to show you the team of the month for December because two Lions made the cut, Longo and Endu. Congratulations to them. And we'll get right into this episode here as the winter transfer window is now officially opened. And so we need to look to see if we can improve the squad, and as we saw in the end of the last episode, maybe make some changes to the squad, selling some of our older players that our contracts aren't quite settled yet. But you'll have no doubt of plenty of players' contracts want to renew. Don't want to stretch the budget too thin, and I agree. So we got to adhere to our budget caps that we've got implemented. All right, let's take a quick look at the contract situations coming up here as the window is opened up. The MOLINARO transfer deal fell through. I'm sure we have a few more teams that are lined up that it could go to, so I'm pretty confident we could sell him before the window's out. We're going to need to if you're going to shed this salary. 1.2 billion is not bad, but I need to get his cap down to almost just 1 million. So we're still not quite there yet. We'll go ahead and adjust the terms. You can tell the likelihood. We only got a 29% chance. I'm not going to remove the options just yet. I'm more concerned about that salary. Need to get it down. So we'll keep negotiating that. And maybe he'll be up for staying. Pomni's got a deal. That's his contract's set to expire. We haven't had a chance to renegotiate that because he's been part of transfer deals. 500K is not bad for a backup, but I need to get it down to about 474,000 euros. So even though he's taking a deduct, I need to deduct more. So we need to keep slashing this contract. He's up for it, so maybe that'll be a good sign for him to stick around. Quick look at the transfer negotiations we are under right now. Larrabee and Giorza, we're currently negotiating to get them extensions, but they're looking to be coming on board for our team, which would be additions to the starter lineup, and they're on very friendly salary contracts. And then the goalkeeper situation with Mika, who's currently could be our new number one. He's slightly better than Lazzarini at the moment. We've got him swapping out for Pomni since his deal's set to expire. And we're in the process of renegotiating that. If that deal falls through, then maybe we need to reconsider our options here with Mika. But that annual salary of 268 is just too good to pass up. You got to jump on that. That is exactly the kind of player we need at this time to help manage the salary budget from going in the hole. But we'll go ahead and keep negotiating for now. Let's see if we can get some longer deals with him and lock up that salary for a long-term deal. It's time to roll the dice. 3, 2, 1, go. It's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We managed to skip the dilemma. We managed squad. Change player style for one player. All right, fantastic. So we'll go through the side and decide which player is going to get a different playing style. Alright, so a player that we've been needing to change their playing style for quite a bit is Caligari here. He's default as a creative playmaker because in PES 20 the playing styles allowed for more positions, but since he's kind of designated a midfielder, he doesn't really fit a creative playmaker role, so we'll change him to a whole player. That way he could be a little bit more of a useful asset instead of just playing at the default setting for per formation. Here's what the lineups look like for Venezia for the next match. We've got Bruno starting in net. We've got Casal, Kranjic, and Modelo, the center back pairings. Zuccolini and Endu will be the defensive midfielders. Attacking midfield will be Caligari, with Molinaro and Lakovic as the wide midfielders. The front two is going to be Monticello and Zagoni. It is a gorgeous day here as the red-hot Crotone play host to Venezia, and Crotone on a 3-match win streak at the moment, one of the hottest teams in Serie B, coming near into the first match of January here as they're hosting our beloved Lions, and what's sure to be going to be a very difficult lineup for us on paper. They sit in a similar formation, 3 in the back, but I believe it's to ours. It's pretty similar, and they've got some of the best forwards in the league at the moment. That we'll have to look out for in this matchup. But let's see what the Lions can do here, and see if we can keep our momentum up here in the start of the new calendar year. Oh, found a way through, and it's a goal for Crotone there, and what a through ball in there, and it's beating the back line. Gerbo with the goal here, makes a brilliant run there, and the assist by the forward to lay it off there. Bruno had no chance of stopping that one, and the Lions find themselves down a goal here on the road. And this second place in the league, Crotone. And we'll take a little look at this replay here. Just apologize for the replay here. The stadium's very hard to see, but you can see Simi just holds on to it, threads it right through Madolo's legs. And Gerbo was making the run, and no one was tracking back. Found space to operate there, and he just got to that ball before Bruno did. And Monticello now. It gets dispossessed. Now the counterattack is on. And headed up, and not out as it gets on the head of the Crotone forward and finds a way just past goal there as counterattack of the home side has been pretty lethal here. Nice little play there, just kind of stop and play. And we didn't win the header cleanly, and Molina was just off target. Onside here. Crotone now. Oh no, he's found a way through. Big shot deflected. Oh no, it's in the back of the net. It's 2-0. And just like that, Simi, one of the leading goal scorers in the league, gets another goal, and this one's starting to get away from us now. It's just a matter of time, you could argue. A nice little ball down here, just quietly playing there. We were trying to close it down. Caligari did a great job making the initial save, but unfortunately that ball took a very unkind deflection to the wrong player. Cratone's forward able to bury that one home, no problem. As the Lions find themselves down 2 goals here early. Oh, that's a foul. Referee Monticello goes down, and the referee's going to brandish the yellow card to Gerbo. And it was rightfully so as Monticello took a swipe to the face there as he was trying to pass that ball. Oh, hard challenge there by Casal. That's going to surely bring out the yellow card, and it will. It was a reckless challenge from the center back. So he's trying to stop the forward momentum. Here's Crotone have had it hauled their own way here at home. And another foul's been called. Referee's going to stop play, and now the referee's had enough. Ambrose come on and made 2 quick fouls, and he's gone into the book. Just a little bit too aggressive here. He's trying to win the ball back. Just clipped the back heel of Maxi there. Oh, nicely done. Over the top, Longo, touch! Oh, and a save by the keeper. We finally get an opportunity here. We're finally getting the pressure working. Nice play there. Amaru feeds a nice ball over the top. Longo with the touch. Time to shoot. And the keeper just read it beautifully. Great anticipation save from him. That's the final whistle. And not much more to say. We just were not effective on the day. Crotone continue their winning streak to 4 games now in the league as they win at home 2-0. That was the match, and not a very good one for Ericsson's side. They definitely didn't show up tonight. We just didn't seem like we were clicking, as you can tell by the ratings. We had some pretty poor performers out there. Everybody was average or worse. So Molinaro was a shocking 4.5. Maybe he's the news of the putting him up for sale this winter's getting to his head a little bit, affecting his playing time. But man, Crotone, they're definitely on a different level. They're definitely contention to get promoted this season with the side they have. They were on point. That first half, they just dominated the possession and the goals, and the second half that should be a fair with pretty much all yellow cards, with the exception of the one shot we did have on target thanks to Longo. He still finds ways to get in there. Just wasn't our day today. You can tell Crotone were just a much more clinical side, and they were much more well prepared for this match. Here's a look at the table after match day 19. You can see Crotone have closed the gap to the league leaders, Cremonese. They're now within 2 points. And now they are still sitting in second place in a good spot for automatic promotion, 4 points clear of Chievo. Us, on the other hand, we're holding down the spot at 14th. We're kind of handing that midfield battle, that's for sure. We're just going to have to see if we can string together some wins, but just not our day today. We'll just have to take the most of it and move on. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, some news on the club side. I'm going to show you this behind the scenes stuff as we simulate through the month of January and see what moves we do or do not make. MOLINARO was the big one. We were trying to get his contract down from currently at 1.235 million to just about 1 million, just a little bit above it, and it's just not happening at this time. He's no longer interested in getting a contract renewal, so that means we have to try to sell him this window, or he's walking on a free next summer. And the other news, Pomni's negotiations coming back. Okay, that is promising. Pomni now wants to stay. He's gotten his proposed salary down to $430K. That is within my cap range, so let's see how many years we've got on the table for him. I'll see if we can offer him more. We might not be able to. Oh, his win bonus went up though, I think. Salary, yeah, we're flirting with that. Alright. So, not much more we can negotiate this. We could try to take that win bonus off, but that is going to be tough. If the goalkeeper we're trying to bring on falls through, we could at least re-sign Pomni, it looks like, for 2 years. So that's a good deal. We could get him at least to 2019 and keep him fairly happy on the squad. I'd like to do it 3 years if I can, but I think that player is old enough where he's probably going to retire this is probably going to be his last contract. So I'm happy with that. The cost, it's within my cap range. I think 474,000 was my cap for a bench player. He is my number 2 goalkeeper at the moment, so we're not going to pull the trigger on it yet since it does have a deal in place that we're trying to finalize. We may try to move him on, but we'll wait and see. Taking a look at the transfer deals that we're putting in. Free agents, I believe we've extended them as long as we can. Unfortunately, we don't have a spot for him, so we can't sign him. I would love to get him in the squad now, but it's just not going to happen. We may have to wait until the off season to start thinking about those players. So Michi's deals come back. His contract has been extended to a 3rd year. So let's see how much more negotiation we have left in this deal. Can't really negotiate the salary down. Fee and salary are good. Extension, ooh, we could push our luck to get him locked in a very long-term deal. The options are not going to come off. 50-50 if we give another year, maybe give him a 4.5-year extension. I'm pretty happy with this deal. So we're gonna have to make a decision here, folks. Do we go keep Pomni on the books? I know he's a veteran. He's accepting a friendly contract, a team-friendly contract to stay. It's just. Now, if we keep him, that's fine, but he's going to continue to decline, and we won't get much money for him. Salernitana have a lot of young goalkeepers that aren't ready, and now Mika is their number one keeper at the moment, but he would be our number one keeper if we signed him. The only hiccup I have with this is that if we bump Lazzarini, then Lazzarini's in danger of being put on the block for sale because his salary is a bit too high at the moment, and it's going to be harder to bring his value down for his salary with the current being a young player. He's going to want more money, so we may have to end up moving Lazzarini as well. But to be fair with Mika, he is a little bit older, a little more prime, doesn't quite fit our scheme, but it is interesting. So let's ponder that for a moment here before we pull the trigger on that. So we've given it some thought here. I've had to do some power video editing to think about it, and really it's going to come down to is what is this team going to need in the long haul? Now, Pomni, even though he's on a friendly contract, we could keep him on the squad. He's still going to be asking for about $470K for the next 2 years. Now, on the contrary, Mika here, he's our number one goalkeeper. He's on an annual salary of $268,700, and we've got him on hook for 3.5 years. So we've got him on a longer, cheaper deal, which would mean we could sign better players down the road, and obviously we could afford to pay this Mika if he develops into a solid number one keeper for us, which we do need. Lazzarini's developing nicely as well, but this one could give we could have a very solid second option instead of a aging Pomni, who's played pretty well, but I think for the most part an upgrade is definitely necessary. Even though Pomni, like I said, does fit our scheme a little better, but it's a little more expensive. And the key thing about this match league is we gotta manage the salary budget. So this would be called an asset management move. Buy a younger player for an older player. So we'll pull the trigger on this. Mika, I want to thank you for coming on board, and Pomni, thank you for your service, and we'll send him over to Salernitana in a swap deal with a little bit of cash. Since we've upgraded the goalkeeping situation by bringing on Micah here, it looks like Lazzarini is going to get dropped to the bench, and he's got a salary that's not really conducive of being so. He's making starter money, and his contract is set to expire. He is set to jump, which is in his favor. He may get that number one spot back, which would be nice. The ideal situation is he'd be our number one keeper, and Mika would be the number two keeper. However, Mika did get a jump just before we bought him, so that's why we're going to make him our new number one. But in the meantime, we have to put him on the transfer list because within 2 years, we're right in the middle of a renegotiation, so we're going to have to put Lazzarini up for market as well. So Eriksson could be making some big moves here by selling two of his starting keepers at the start of the year for new ones potentially. But I think it's just a matter of just testing the market for Lazzarini and seeing what we come up with. So Monte Alto has an offer. He's currently been bumped down to our reserves because we have such depth at center forward. So he would be a player we could probably move on from. However, he's not up for a renewal just yet. I think he's got a few years left on his deal. That's right. Okay, so we've got him locked up for 3 more years. So we're going to have to ask for money on this deal. So let's go ahead and adjust the terms. We're going to have to increase the fee for him. If they want him, they're going to have to overpay for him. Okay, so Molinaro has taken a deal he's taken the negotiating power out of the club's hands as he has signed a deal with Madureira United as he's moving on at the end of the season. So he's confirmed the transfer. We're not going to be able to sell him this window, but he will be leaving August 1st to go to his new club once his contract expires with us. So in the meantime, he's just going to have to help playing for us in the meantime. Crazy to think so we'll definitely bring him off the block. It's a really big loss to lose him because he does have the leader role, which is very helpful, and captaincy. But at 37, he was getting up there, and his salary demands were just too high, and we just could not agree to terms on a new contract with our salary constraints that we do have. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with Molinaro leaving on a free, we didn't get any money out of that deal, which has been unfortunate because of him leaving. But the good news is we did get that salary off the books, and now our salary has ballooned up to $3 million. So we got some wiggle room here to hopefully get some more contracts negotiated. But we're setting ourselves up very good for the long haul here at Venezia financially with the salary budget is so high. We do need to get that transfer budget up maybe a little bit more. If we can get a player sold before the window slams shut, we'll be in good shape. But we've definitely got some wiggle room here to maybe bring in a few quality players potentially into the side. They're agreeing to pay over his salary, which is fine. Definitely going to be a loss for him. Let's see, how has he done so far? He's played 11 games. Didn't have his goal tally. Let's go ahead and keep adjusting that budget up. 72% is more than reasonable, so they'll definitely pay for more. I'll just keep that up. Alright, so Capello has received an offer. His contract is coming up. They're willing to pay $2 million for him. Italian. He is on the transfer list because we have not renewed his deal yet. We're not in danger of losing him yet, but we'll see if they have a player available. A player to trade. Alright, let's see who they have. Done some looking. I don't think we can get this deal done. I'm only going to consider Capello for a swap deal. Just nobody on that side really is fancy and good enough to warrant the trade, so we're going to go ahead and reject that one and wait for the next one. And then Frienze, who's been in the reserves pretty much the whole year, has got an offer after he had a sudden decline. 516 for him. I mean, his contract is up, but I'm gonna go ahead and ask for more money on this one since he's not in a big hurry. Alright, Mbappe has won the Ballon d'Or trophy for this season. So Senense has kind of fallen in the order since we've changed the formation. He's been kind of the casualty of it. I'm not too disheartened getting him out on loan, get him some growth. He's locked into a decent deal, 2 of 6. Let's see if we can adjust that. Yeah, we're going to change it to a 6-month deal. His no on option of the buy. He's still on a contract for now. We'll throw it in there. We'll see if they want to pay for him, but they're going to overpay. We're definitely going to increase the. Throw on some deals there. Alto looks like we're good to go on the transfer agreement. We've not got much room to renegotiate here. Those conditions aren't bad at all. 1.2 mil. So 1.1. Let's tempt fate. 53%. I want to get every bit of money out of this deal. Give me a little bit more, and I'll definitely. Alright, well, that was a very long episode. I've chopped it up a little bit for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed a little bit behind the scenes with some of the moves we made. Some huge moves this episode going down. We sold 2 players. I wasn't expecting to sell 2 before the next match, but that's what ended up happening as we say goodbye to Molinaro, who left on a free, and Pomni, who we traded for an upgraded keeper that we may see in the next match, Micah to Salernitana. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.